Before I start this video, I'd like to say that I totally distance myself from violence and the violent shooting of Sasha Johnson. She, Sasha Johnson, has a family, children, and she is very much loved. I wish her a speedy recovery. Okay, here we go. Sasha Johnson, the figurehead of the UK branch for Black Lives Matter. Now, before anybody accuses me of using her recent shooting as a tasteless political jab at BLM, let me explain that yes, this is a political jab at BLM. But no, it won't be tasteless. In fact, this is more of a swipe at the BBC, the biased broadcasting corporation. Last night I was dismayed to watch the BBC's diatribe on Sasha Johnson. It effectively painted her as a social crusader, out to extinguish the flames of injustice. Those are my italics, by the way, but I'm sure you get my point. No wonder the BBC is losing its licence-paying clientele. Personally, I think that the BBC is plain done for. I can't see it surviving the next decade, so I'm going to play you the clip from last night's news at 6. It's painful watching, but I have a few treats in store. You can trust me to take some of the pain away, oh yes. I'm going to intersperse the clip with various clips and quotes of my own regarding Sasha Johnson and BLM. To be honest with you, this is a massive subject, so I've done my best to shorten it. On a more serious note, I will be going deeper into this organisation, BLM, and fishing out more facts, stats, figures and truths. And not to quote Oprah, not my own truths. So without further ado, I hate that term, damn it, let's kick the tires and light the fires, roll it.
A vigil has taken place for a prominent Black Lives Matter activist who's in a critical condition after being shot in the head in South London.
So this is very interesting. Black Lives Matter. Or is it? Now at the start of this video I used the term Black Lives Matter, but it's quite confusing because a few months ago the UK movement was renamed the Black Liberation Movement. Now I did a little digging and there is just one of the articles expressing the change in name, The Guardian. BLM gains legal status and renames as Black Liberation Movement UK. And I took the time to look for it on Companies House at gov.uk and guess what? Here it is. Are you confused yet?
Police say there's no evidence that 27-year-old Sasha Johnson was the intended target of the shooting.
Unless you happen to be that bright spark MP we've all learned to loathe and I won't say hate, yes, Diane Abbott. She tweets, black activist at Sasha Johnson in hospital in critical condition after sustaining a gunshot wound to the head. Nobody should have to potentially pay with their lives because they stood up for racial justice. So here's the thing, Diane. It may or may not be due to an anti-BLM thug who feels that he or she is justified in shooting somebody in the head. This link is yet to be proven, so if you wouldn't mind stirring up social discord, at least for now.
Our Community Affairs correspondent Adina Campbell reports.
As they gathered together, praying and reflecting on the shocking events of the weekend, their message was clear. Today, friends and family held a vigil for mother of two Sasha Johnson, the latest victim of a gun attack in South London, in a critical condition in hospital. The 27-year-old Black Lives Matter campaigner had been at a party in Peckham when she was shot in the head in the early hours of Sunday morning. The political party she's a member of, the Taking the Initiative Party.
The Taking the Initiative Party. This thing is now a three-legged donkey. We have Black Lives Matter, the Black Liberation Movement, and now the political wing, the Taking the Initiative Party. However, curiously, on a UK BLM homepage, it states that we are a non-political, non-partisan platform. Are we still confused? I promise to look deeper into this confusing state of affairs. Any information in the comment section would be greatly appreciated, but I'm defo returning to this subject at a later date.
Said she'd received a number of death threats in the past, but police say there's no evidence that she was the target of the shooting.
Thank you all for coming today. I appreciate it.
Sasha Johnson is a tireless anti-racism activist. She organised the Black Lives Matter protest in Oxford last summer and has spoken about living in a more equal society where her sons would be accepted.
The BBC's left-leaning bias is just warming up. Here's a clip of Her Majesty Sasha Johnson tirelessly threatening a bloke because he disagrees with her.
Did you see?
Seconds
So if
wouldn't kill him.
I can show you a video now of a
That's
white
a legal hold, by the way.
I'll show you.
Listen, you just need to shut up, man. You're a coon. You just need to shut up.
Get angry some more and threaten me some more.
Get angry and threaten you some more.
Yeah.
I promise you, I don't threaten you. I promise you.
Promise. Okay.
So come out there. Let's live through the promise. Come out there, let's live through the promise.
Come on.
Come out there and we'll live through the promise. I can promise you now.
Come on.
Come out there and we live it through.
Okay, dude.
You're a coon. Dude, what? What do you mean? Because I'm a girl, you think I'm gonna fuck you up?
Come on, man.
Because I'm a girl.
We're here to
You're here to drive this side out to make it look like all black people are ignorant. Yeah, I'm angry right now because of what's going on. It's made me angry, yes. Just like when he was angry when he thought that his town was being destructed, his city statues were going down. I'm angry too.
Of course you're angry.
Yeah, so why are you calling me dude? What does the dude mean?
And you also
what does the dude mean?
You don't believe stats and facts.
What does the dude mean?
It's recorded.
What does the dude mean? What does the dude mean?
You know, I'll be honest.
How am I? You're what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
We're what you are what we're dealing with.
Overly emotional, angry, quick to violence.
Are you calling a black woman angry? You're a coon. You don't need to be in this conversation. You don't need to be in this conversation.
You should be able.
How can I racially abuse this man? Can someone give this brother some knowledge? How can I racially abuse him? How can I?
Unarmed black men being killed,
Not so angelic now, is she? I love how the BBC looks deep into its archive and finds a lovely sweet pot gathering filled with lovely sweet wokesters kneeling down as the lovely Sasha thanks them for coming. It warms me up inside. Now, since we are on the subject of tirelessly campaigning, let's look again at the UK BLM website. Zooming in a bit, here we go. It states, along with growing anti-black racism, I'm sorry, but compared to the racist 1960s, we have seen a reduction, not a rise in anti-black racism. But let's get back to the real point I'm making. Along with growing anti-black racism, we are seeing a rise in anti-Jewish attacks, promoted through online social media platforms, all in an attempt to raise distrust between groups, to breed hatred and create division. Okay, roll the next clip.
Don't be scared to say free Palestine. Don't be afraid to say free West Papua. Don't be afraid to say free Yemen. You're not anti-Semitic. Don't let no Jewish man create a way to be unheard, to make you unheard.
Don't let any Jewish man create a way to make you unheard. So, she seems not to know the basic difference between the state of Israel and Jewish people. Hypocrisy, hypocrisy, all is hypocrisy. Okay, back to the BBC.
Friends say she is never afraid to call out injustice.
I've seen her because I worked alongside her as a youth worker in a Wolvercote, and the way she just interacts, kind of, when you see her in youth work, kind of, young people cleave to her. You know, they kind of, she's like a little magnet for them.
They said they arrested me, but people are on Twitter talking shit. What do we say, sons?
Revolution!
What do we say, sons?
Revolution!
Revolution! Revolution! Black power? Black power? I can't hear you. Black power? Listen.
Black power!
Every hour. Every hour. Tell you like that now. I have more balls than most of you men out here.
No, I do.
Innit? Tell them. You do. What do you... Black is beautiful.
Black is beautiful.
Black is loyalty.
Black is loyalty.
Black is dignity.
Black is dignity.
Black is royal.
Black is royal.
And what do you lot say when I say one solution?
Revolution.
New Black Panther.
The Black Panthers, founded in 1966 and dissolved in 1982, an armed far-left political group responsible for many killings, notably for the killing of police officers. And this woman teaches kids? Sorry, works with a youth worker, young people. They cleave to her? Really? I sure as hell wouldn't want her teaching any kid of mine. Thanks again, BBC, for your unbiased, left-leaning coverage.
If you lot didn't make it, guess what? I'm breeding my own generation of warriors.
Yeah.
Tonight, she remains in hospital after undergoing successful surgery with her parents by her side. Adina Campbell, BBC News.
Listen, you're making it hurt. Get off my arm then. I can say, openly, that's a problem with Look how many of you it took. Look how many of you cowards.
Well, there we go. I think that's enough said for now. Until the next one, friends, countrymen and Britons, thank you for your ears. Stay safe and stay well. The Conservative One signing off.